Alrighty, well I ended up using the other hose, the filter, the little sponge filter that you can see there. It didn't really work too well, restricted the amount of water the pump could put out quite badly. So I figured I could actually get, you can see it there, a sock. That's actually a proper pool skimmer sock. I thought I might need one for messing with water systems in the van, just to filter all the crap out of grey water systems, to stop any of the smaller water lines in the van getting clogged up that might be used for grey water. So I bought them all. There's a pack of 5, it was like $1 or something, so I thought, what the hell, I'll get them. And that's over the outlet of that. Trouble is, this just is not fast enough. I mean, it just simply isn't fast enough. There's no other way to put it. You know, I can sit here and wait for a whole 10 minutes and it'll fill, but the tub's so small that after 10 minutes I'll fill half of one of these up and then that's it, and I've got 3 of them to fill up. Effectively it is useless. It just flows so slowly out of all of this. So I have another idea, and the idea is that I'm going to get the other line here and the existing line, pair them together with a T-piece to go back to a 3/4 inch line, and the pump that's in there, I'm going to put that on the bottom of one of the IBCs, which has like a huge big 1-inch outlet, and I'm going to get the right fittings to get, because that's not only submersible, you can actually hook a normal thing onto it. So I'm going to have to put a bit of a like a sock over the inlet of the water to one IBC, and the other small tank and the other IBC. There's also going to have to be some sort of line filter so that the IBC on the entrance end of the house is where, which is the closest IBC to the laundry, is where the water draws out of. So as it's drawing out of that IBC, it's slowly being refilled by the other tank and the other IBC. Maybe while it's in use, maybe not, but I'm going to have to get some sort of a little filter set up that I can put in a line somewhere. So I might have to buy a little jigger to do that. I do have one water filter thing, but it's a bit large. It's a housing though, and if I could find an appropriate filter I could easily use it, because it's a frickin' huge housing. But anyway, what I basically intend to do is not so much have these 2 lines pressurised, but go from the big 1-inch outlet of the IBC to that pump, which then runs in a T-piece and runs pressure through both of these lines, but it isn't actually pressure, because I'll probably just take the tap off the end and then have an ability to, maybe a little bit of wire hook through or something, have an ability to hook this up. So that, or maybe just probably easier to just leave the tap on the end, but have the ability to turn the pump on with the tap open, and because it's pumping in a 3/4 inch line, it should be about right putting pressure through 2 1/2-inch lines. And then, of course, you turn it on, it's going to take a couple of seconds for the water to come up the line, but I could fill these up under full speed. And instead of farting around with a little refill tank, it's actually running off an entire IBC with a 1-inch output going into, I think it's like a 3/4 inch inlet on that. It might be a little bit bigger, it might be about 4/5 of an inch. I've got to get the manual out and I'll work it out in due course. And then because of the fact it's using a pump directly running those 2 lines versus gravity feed, I think I'll be fast enough to do what I want to do. But anyway, you've got to experiment sometimes and fail sometimes to find out your method's crap, and then it needs to be changed. But anyway, part of the whole learning curve, nothing that I can't do without buying one extra a little inline filter jigger, and I think everything else I actually have. I'm going to have to rummage around in another toolbox I've got to see if I've got a spare extension lead, and then maybe bury an extension lead in the conduit that I have left over from the solar system, somewhere from this plug through across to the corner of the veranda. At least I might put it out of the corner of this building and directly to the other corner of the veranda, just to save me on conduit a bit. But yeah,